Good morning, and welcome to Friday. God, um, oh, what a week! I haven't been on social media too much, to be honest with you. It's been a bloody awful week, if I'm honest. Since I came back from Taiwan, as you know, I've had an infection in my elbow. Now, that infection has been getting steadily worse. So I ended up with cellulitis that went from here all the way down to here. So it was huge. You can see this is what's left, but it will not heal. Now, I've been on IV antibiotics. I'm now on a third course of antibiotics. The actual thing I had in the end was Staphylococcus. I've said this anyway. I can never say the word. Staphylococcus aureus, and it was penicillin resistant. And it's dreadful. It's just trying to get rid of the bloody thing is just unbelievable. It's taking forever. Now, this week, I went to see the doctor because I had to do a follow-up. So a couple of days ago, I went to see the doctor. And he had a look at it. And he said, it's not healing, is it? And I said, no. Now, I just thought he'd give me another course of antibiotics, which he has done. But he said to me, there might be something else going on. And I'm like, well, what? He said, I don't know. He said, I'm going to send you for some blood tests. And he's sending me, look, there was a number of different blood tests from my thyroid to diabetes, which is the major concern for him. There was a series of other tests as well. Unlike the UK, I've had to pay for part of them. So there's another $100 on top of the $100 I just paid the doctor. Once again, please don't complain about the NHS. You've got it so good in the UK, you don't pay for anything. Over here, you do. And that's the difference. So, obviously, health anxiety, tests. And I turned around to him and I said, look, I said the C word, could it be cancer? And he said, only to the extent that if you have cancer, wounds and that take longer to heal, you get a lot of infections, and I've had a lot of infections in this arm. So he said, not something you should think about at this stage. Let's get the test results back. Now they should be back. I had them done yesterday. God, I couldn't even think. But they should be back, she said, within three working days. We're moving premises next week, so it's going to be another one of those weeks where I'm going to be very, very busy. But I've sort of booked an appointment with the doctor to go in on Thursday to discuss the results. The injections, sorry, the blood tests as a whole were absolutely awful. So I went to one place and I explained that I'm quite a baby where they're concerned. I don't like blood, don't like needles. And she said, okay, gentle as it can be, etc., etc. She said, lay down rather than sit down in case you faint. And she tried twice in my right arm, because she said, your left arm you had IV in, and she said, it's going to be very sensitive. So she tried twice to get the needle in on my right arm. And she said, you've got the smallest veins I've ever seen. And she said, I can't find them. And that's another red flag for diabetes, apparently. She said, yes, I can't find them. And she tried and she tried. And she said, in the end, she said, I can't do it. She said, you're going to have to go somewhere else. And I'm just like, what? You're a nurse, you're supposed to take blood, and you can't take blood. But anyway, she sent me to another clinic just up the road. and they dealt with it. And they took they've done the usual, the urine sample. They've done a swab of my nasal passages as well. They took about, I think it was 5 vials of blood. I can't remember, but it was quite a lot. So by the end of it, I'd had enough. This is Mr. Health Anxiety, and I'm going through all this, and yeah, I'd really rather not. How do I feel? Wow, look, there could be a perfectly plausible explanation about why I'm getting a recurrent infection in my right arm. If I was getting infections all over my body, I think I'd be a little bit more concerned, but I am still very concerned, clearly. I don't get colds. I'm as healthy as I can be. And if it's diabetes, I would be extremely shocked, but because of everything that's been going on, I wouldn't be surprised. Low mood. So I've been exceedingly down, not deeply depressed. I'm trying to sort of carry on doing my usual. Daryl's got a thing at the hospital today as well. And look, we've had this conversation. We're in our mid-50s now. And it's a scary time. This is the time where things go wrong. And we're both... The lifestyles we've led in the past has not sort of... we're not the healthiest people in the world. I may be getting healthy now or trying to, but in the past, it's not... I've not been. So he's got his whatever he's doing today. I don't want to discuss it on here anyway, because he would absolutely kill me. But he's got to have that done. And we'll probably get the results around the same sort of time, really. And I've had sleepless nights. I'm not sleeping at all. Absolutely not. And it's quite debilitating. So God knows how I would be if I am ill. That would be, someone with health anxiety would be a real gosh. I just hope it's going to be something simple. But obviously, I don't know. I just don't know. The doctor doesn't know. And he has said, we'll deal with it if anything comes up. And, I've got to wait till next Thursday to get those results. And it's going to be a hell of a week, really. It is. I mean, at least I'm going to keep busy, and, we are moving premises and I can actually do stuff. I'm not going to be on social media because it's not really I'm not the right headspace for that. So this video will be sort of the last thing I put on there until I know what's going on. And thanks to everyone for your support. I've had loads and loads of support from different people. The unusual circumstances obviously is getting an infection when we return from holiday each time, and he's in the same place. Whether or not we went we went on holiday too soon after the operation, because it was only 5 months, 6 months before the last one. I probably should have left it a bit longer before going away again. It may have been an old sort of staph infection coming to the surface. I don't know how staph works. I really don't. All I know is there was initially a bite and it's allowed an infection to get in. Wasn't poisonous, thankfully, but that's what's happened. And we probably should concentrate on looking after ourselves and not going on holiday so much, at least for the immediate future, and we'll see what happens going forward. Myself, as I said, I feel down. I feel quite low. and obviously that doesn't help with the healing process as well. And I put some stuff on this last night actually, and it was recommended by urgent care, and they said it will sort of bring out anything that's in there. So I put it on, woke up in the morning, and it was a big blister. So that didn't work. And you know, sometimes I don't think medical professionals actually know what they're talking about. You know, some do, some don't. The hospital does, and they know exactly what's going on, and they've been great. And at least the doctor's actually doing stuff they should be, and you know, ordering those tests and getting those tests done. So that's the main thing, and we will see next week what happens. So if I don't reply to messages, if I don't sort of if I'm sort of a bit vague at the moment, or I'm not around on social media or whatever, it's because I'm not in the mood, point blank. All right, but you know, I will be back with a vengeance, I'm sure. As you know, social media is my thing, as you well know. So look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you next Friday. Okay, ciao for now.